Welcome back. It is Friday, May 3rd in the NBA. My three best bets are on the way. What's going on, everyone? My name's Austin from Calling Our Shot. Let's recap yesterday. Another winning day for us. That's 5 straight in a row. 2-1 yesterday, moving it to a 13-3 run. We've been really good over the last 5 days. We had Joel Embiid's over first quarter points. We stayed dialed in on the first quarter points props. He scored the first 9 points for the Sixers. We had Josh Hart's over in PRAs. And our only loss was the Knicks and Sixers same game parlay. We missed by Embiid assists. We needed 4 from him. I think he ended with 2. He had so many assist chances. They just didn't want to knock down shots for him. But a 2-1 day. Hopefully we can get that sweep today. We got 3 picks. We got 2 game 6s. Let's dive into the picks. If you are new, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. We do these daily videos every single day. We do a similar one for the MLB, which that's posted right before this one. Stay tapped in. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of them. Drop a like. Let's have another wonderful day today, and let's enter the weekend making some money. I do have some sad news for y'all out there. Today will be the final day in this home, so I got to actually take down all the stuff behind me right after the video. I'm moving out. Now, long story short, we're moving to a short-term, long-term Airbnb rental. I don't even know what the heck's going on. The housing market, as I imagine in a lot of different places in the United States, is crazy. So we're in the process of trying to find a new home, but we're just going to go to a long-term rental. So background might be a little bit scuffed over the next few weeks, but hopefully the picks stay dialed in. We can stay hot. So stay tuned for that. That'll be tomorrow as we're still trying to figure that out. There's tons of boxes right behind the camera, but y'all came in for some NBA picks, so I appreciate you for tuning in on a Friday morning, evening, afternoon, whenever you're watching. Let's dive into the first pick. I'm actually going to go to the second game, Clippers versus Mavericks. Clippers trying to force a game 7, and this guy's going to need to help them out tonight. It is James Harden. I like his over 19.5 points, minus 113 on FanDuel. I would take him at 20.5, but most books will have the 20-plus points option, which I'd probably played about minus 130. Now, James Harden, I don't have a first quarter prop today, but James Harden would be it. I would take his over 4.5 first quarter points. So I'm confident he gets off started hot here. I think if he gets started hot, he's probably going to continue that the whole game to get us 20 points. Now, there aren't a lot of guys that I really love trusting in an elimination game, but James Harden is definitely not at the top of that list. He has not been great in the playoffs, but he got a stinker out of the way, and I think he shows up tonight. Because if there's been made clear, one thing in this series is clear: the Mavericks are willing to let James Harden beat them. Now they're probably not giving him a ton of threes, but they'll live with the floaters. They'll live with those kind of shots, step back threes and whatnot. What they really don't want to live with is Paul George beating them. So I think they're going to continue to put Paul George and put him on so many different coverages, force his life difficult. But James Harden's going to get plenty of one-on-one coverage, and we've seen in this series, Harden has scored 28, 22. 21, 33, and that's 7 points last game. A huge stinker. 2 for 12, 1 for 7 from 3. Obviously, they got smoked. They lost by 30 points, and he was a large part of that. I'll pull up his shot chart right now and put it on the screen. He wasn't good. I mean, let's be honest. He missed 4 shots, 4 floaters right at the rim. If those start falling, he's probably in for a pretty good night and he'll get to 20 points. However, he couldn't make anything. He was missing every single shot he was taking. And while he did have some deep threes that were like at the end of the shot clock, some of the shots that we are used to seeing James Harden make them. In game 4, his floater game was unstoppable. They could not stop it. And he just continued to make it over and over again. I hope that is the form of James Harden we get tonight, or else the Clippers will be packing up and headed to Cancun. They will not win this game unless Harden plays pretty well, and I think the books think he plays well. You look at his 3-point prop, his line is 3.5, but his 2.5 threes is minus 170, even worse on a lot of different books. This season, he scored 20 points in 63% of games when he makes 3 or more threes, and he's over in 60% of games in general when he shoots 12-plus times. So, look, gun to my head, I think Harden shows up. He's not the guy that I really love to trust in the playoffs, but I think at 19.5, I'm willing to trust him. Last game, his line was like 21.5, 22.5. Obviously, he stored under that, so we get a discounted line here. I don't think that this is a team in the Clippers that need Harden to score. Russell Westbrook legitimately sucks. He might not even play tonight because he's been that bad. And outside of Paul George, there's really no one else that's a consistent scorer. Maybe Norm Powell off the bench, but look, no one else is really out there doing their thing. I need Harden 20 points from him tonight. Hopefully, he wraps up a 3-0 card because my other 2 picks are actually in the first game of the Cavaliers in the Magic. So, James Harden, need 20 points for you. I don't care how you get it done. 20 free throws, I don't care. We need 20 from you. Now, my second and third pick are going to be ones that people probably won't like. The second one, I think people will like more than the third one. Darius Garland, under 17.5 points, minus 125 on FanDuel. We've had some hit and miss luck with unders this season, and some people don't like betting unders. I'm kind of one of them, but I really like this under spot for Darius Garland. I wouldn't be shocked if this drops to 16.5 either. I don't love that line, obviously, as much as 17.5, but I think if he goes under 17.5, probably goes under 16.5. Now, in Game 5, if you took Garland's under, well, good, it was sweat-free. because he scored 17 points in the first quarter. He was sweat-free. You absolutely got cooked if you took his under. 17 points in the first quarter, 6 of 8 shooting. The Magic obviously saw that, and they obviously switched to defensive coverages, limited him to just 6 points on 3 of 8 shooting the rest of the game. He played like almost 40 minutes. On the road has been a place I don't trust Darius Garland. It's hard to trust him in general this year, but because he's still not, I still convinced he's not healthy, and he's just not having a good mojo with Donovan Mitchell. But on the road, he's been really bad. Prior to Game 5 in this series, Garland was under in every single game, 14, 15, 5, and 14 points. If you look at his three-point prop, they really don't think he makes a lot of threes tonight. His under 2.5 made threes, minus 170. Some books are even at minus 200. This season, with Garland's under this line, 16 straight games with 2 or fewer threes, and Donovan Mitchell active. So it's clearly he's been under in a lot of games when he's not making the threes. I'm going to take the breadcrumbs the books are leaving us. They're saying, hey, we really are juicing that under 2.5 threes. We don't think he knocks down 3 tonight, and I'm willing to roll with that. I really just don't think this is a good spot to back Darius Garland. They obviously found some good defensive coverages for him from the second, third, and fourth quarter. Imagine they roll that out once again, the Orlando Magic, that is. I just don't trust Garland on the road here. Hopefully Jared Allen returns so that he's a good lob threat or good scoring option down low. I just don't trust Darius Garland here. So he's coming off a game he shot 56% from the field. I think he shoots worse than that on the road. I just don't think Darius Garland's in for a good night. Give me his under 17.5 points. Worth noting, Donovan Mitchell will probably play 40 plus minutes tonight too, and we know he's the alpha for this team. He's going to get the usage. So Darius Garland, I love him. He's a COS Hall of Famer. Tonight, hopefully he is a Hall of Shamer, and we're taking his under 17.5 points. My third and final pick of the day will be one that probably a lot of people will hate. Like I said, you don't have to bet any of these plays. These are just what I'm betting on. Paolo Banchero, under 38.5 points, rebounds, and assists, PRAs, minus 120 on DraftKings. I would take this at 37.5, which is what FanDuel has it at, but 38.5 is available on DraftKings, BetMGM, Caesars, ESPN Bet, almost any book besides FanDuel has this at 38.5. Is it scary fade of Banchero? An elimination game? Yeah. But I just don't think this is a good spot to back him in terms of backing his over. And I'll talk about why. You can obviously make your decision at the end of the day. Now, in this series, Banchero has had 36, 27, 50, 18, and 51 PRAs. Last game, 39 points. He hit this over in just points alone. He shot 14 of 24, made 4 of his 7 threes. Now, in my opinion, and I've watched the Magic a good amount, although they aren't typically blacked out in my area. I have to go to some streaming sites to watch them. In my opinion, the Magic are not going to win if Banchero is having to score 35 to 40 points. That's just not the Magic's brand of basketball. If you've watched them all year long, they win because they have a bunch of different other scoring options. They're very Pacers-esque, if you will. The Pacers are not a team that really has a number one guy that scores 30 points a game, and when they're getting that, it's probably because the other guys are stinking it up, and that's what happened in Game 5. However, I expect the other guys to show up. Franz Wagner, big 3 for 11 last game. He's typically playing a lot better at home. Wendell Carter Jr., only 7 points. Suggs didn't play well, 5 of 14 shooting. All these guys play a lot better at home, same as the bench guys. They play a lot better at home too. So I don't think this turns into the Banchero show. If it is, then I think that plays in the hands of the Cavaliers, because if they're making one guy have to beat them on long twos, they'll live with it, because Banchero does attempt a lot of mid-ranges. However, he did make 4 threes last game. He's coming off a game where he shot 58% from the field. You just got to expect some regression there from Banchero. Also made 4 of 7 threes, 57% there. That's a place where he shot 33% in the regular season. Look, Banchero's not been a great three-point shooter so far in his NBA career. Wouldn't be crazy to say, hey, we think he's not going to make 4 threes tonight. Sure, Banchero can make me look like an idiot, but I just think this is a game where the Magic probably win, but I don't think they win because it's like, hey, Banchero, 40 points and a Magic W. That's just not how the Magics have won this season, and I don't think they're going to just want to lean on Banchero every single possession, kind of like they did in Game 5. There's a reason they lost that one. So Wagner, I need him to step up. I need the bench to step up. I need Jalen Suggs. I need some of those guys to play pretty well tonight, and I think Banchero goes under this. Need individual line points is the way I would go. However, we look at Banchero, I don't consider him a great rebounder. He's had one game this series. We had 14 rebounds, 7 of them offensive. That's probably not happening again. He can get the assist too, but the difference between points and rebounds plus points PRAs was like 6 or 7. So I'll trust that he doesn't get the 7 or 8 assists to put us on a bad spot there. So hopefully Jared Allen is back though tonight for a couple different reasons. Hopefully is not soft and wants to sit again for a bruised rib. Come on, Jay, the Fro, get out there. I really like this under though for Banchero, PRAs, points, rebounds, and assists. So those are my 3 favorite picks of the day. Nothing else to promote. Just subscribe if you are new. I'll be in a change of scenery tomorrow. Might be a scuffed setup. up, but we'll still be dialed in, and hopefully we can recap what we deserve to be a 3-0 sweep, which we are certainly due one of those sweeps. But I'll take a 2-1 day every single day for the rest of my life. I'll certainly do that. Let's have a great day. I'll see you guys back again tomorrow in a new change of scenery. I'll see you then. Peace.